We are back!
Woo!
So, Jess, let's
Yes.
take you to the Diamond Merchant. So you
Okay.
and Grumples head over to the Diamond Merchant.
I was still with
Alright.
Jess, by the way. I followed her.
You're still with me? Okay,
Okay.
good. Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and approach the Diamond Merchant and be like, hello there, is common language okay? Do you speak that, or Gnomish only?
Grumples, grumble blah blah grog. And Grumples says, this is my friend Jibberjog, and
Oh.
he does not speak common, but I'm happy to translate for you.
Sweet. Okay. So, Grumples, would you mind asking him, like, how many diamonds you usually see being traded around here? Like, is it pretty common for gnomes to have diamonds, or is there another group that they're more popular with?
Diamonds are friends to everyone, they say.
That's a nice quote.
Yes, yes.
So, are they pretty common around here? It's not too rare to see one?
He jabbers for a little bit, and when the other guy is done jabbering back, he says, my friend here says that diamonds are the favorite of gnomes, but also certain people in the upper world also prefer diamonds. I mean, everyone loves diamonds, but don't tell any of the humans back in the upper world, but diamonds are actually kind of worthless, and we wildly overcharge them.
Clever.
So we use
So that
diamonds
it-
all the time,
Okay.
but in the human lands,
In
diamonds
human world,
are
they're perceived to be a lot more valuable
perceived
than
to
they
be-
really are.
yeah, they're actually very
Alright.
common.
All right.
But that said, we rack it up the market on them.
So you make a
And
good profit off of them anyway.
let's just say only the wealthiest, oldest families prefer diamonds up in the human lands.
Okay.
But don't tell them because they're not really that expensive.
All right. Thank you for the info. Can I think I'll show my ring, the diamond ring that I have on my left finger, to the diamond merchant, and I'll ask him, so about, is this one of the, in the humans' minds more valuable? Like, how much would this cost in the human world? Do you have an estimate? How much would this sell for? / is there anything significant about this ring? Like, is this unique in any way?
He hands the gem over to the diamond merchant, translates for you. Diamond merchant flips it over in his hands for a while, pulls out like a little glass, starts examining the gem, and then returns it to you. And your friend Grumples translates. He says this diamond ring is worth probably, well, in the human lands it would be worth around 250 gold. Down here, you might be able to get 20 for it.
All right.
But
it's a pretty normal looking, like something that
The-
maybe a husband would give to his wife to get engaged, kind of thing. Okay.
I'm not sure about human traditions, but it is a high quality diamond. The clarity is
Okay.
quite nice. The cut is well done. Do you know where you got it?
Not really. My memory is a little fuzzy, but I've heard that humans tend to exchange diamond rings, on certain occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Past that, I really don't know. I woke up the other day not really knowing where I am, and I'm basically just trying to figure out kind of, where I came from, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you got this in Gnomish lands, it's pretty worthless.
All right.
But if you picked it up in human lands, well, as I said, 250 gold is nothing to
Nothing to
shake
sneeze
your
at.
beaver at, they say.
Whoa! I would shake my beaver at a guy if he gave me a ring like that. I'm just saying.
The gnome cocks his head to the side.
Nothing. It's a saying in the human world. It's a,
Ah, yes, yes.
it's a joke. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Diamond Dude. I appreciate that.
Is there anyone else I can show you to? Says Grumple.
Hey. Grumple. You know, I'm big and I'm strong. Do you think that the gnomes would need my services for money? Like, I could help them build a house real quick. You know, just like... Bop, 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 bop.
He looks you up and down. If you're looking for employment, I'm sure one of the mining companies would love to have a monster such as you. I mean, a large person such as you with your monstrous strength.
Well, I'm not looking for a permanent position. I'm looking for, like, a 1 hour thing. Like, we've been wanting to do this for weeks, but we don't have the proper tool. And I could, like, you know, help you out real quick for a little bit of cash.
He starts looking around. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm a digger. I spend most of my time away from the city. I'm sure there's someone here that would love to have you help them with something, but I
Could
do
we
not know
ask,
who.
like the city hall? Do you have a city hall or something?
A city hall. Yes. I can take you there. You can look about.
Okay.
Sure, to the city hall. And he leads with you and Jess in tow.
Yeah, I would say wherever, if Steph's character is leaving somewhere, I would probably just follow.
Cool.
along with.
Let's flip back to Jen and Anna. What are you guys doing?
It occurs to me that this guy has been trading with elves, so I try talking to him in Elvish.
It occurs to
Oh
me.
my god, you speak a civilized language! How wonderful it is to converse with you. Do you understand what I was trying to tell you earlier?
That's funny.
Well, I'm sorry, I just forgot to try speaking to you in Elvish, of course. But I think you were saying that the metal that this necklace is made out of probably came from the gnomes, but that it could have been made anywhere.
Yes.
And
More or
the
less,
symbol
yes.
on it is magical?
I believe that this is an enchanted necklace. Indeed, the runes look similar to one that I saw in a book many years ago. I had seen the book in a library. It's what the elves. I think that's the elven word for a place with many books.
And what kind of book was it in?
It was talking about the platinum trade and that humans and elves and other surface dwellers used. Anyway, there was just a picture of something very similar to this inscribed in the book, and it said it was a defense amulet of sorts. I do not know what it does, but it should be. If it is what I think it is, it would be a good luck omen and a charm to ward off evil.
Would it be one of many like this, or is it you think you saw the picture of this particular one?
I haven't any idea. If this is the only one, then it must be truly sacred and rare for it to be inscribed in a book.
Do you know anyone who makes such enchanted items?
The elves are the creators of most magical items in the world. That said, there are many elves and they live such a long time. This could be where I saw that book maybe 20, 30 years ago. So it could be anything at this point. But I do recommend that you head to the library in Coldringus.
Coldringus, huh?
Yes. They should have a book there called something about platinum. The platinum merchant's life, or the lifespan of a platinum man, or something along. I don't know. As I said, it's been 20 or 30 years.
Okay. I love libraries. That'll be fun.
Library.
That's what I said.
Oh, my mistake. Your elven accent is.
It's perfect. I know.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for all the information. I really appreciate it.
It is my pleasure.
Do you have any necklaces like this that are also enchanted?
No, I do not deal with such wares.
Only things that are beautiful?
No, just platinum.
So the other gnomes don't like you because you trade with elves?
I may have helped an elven friend once who turned out not to be my friend, and he used the information I gave him and helped him out with to betray my people, and I have been shunned as a result.
I'm sorry. Shunning isn't very fun.
It is not.
I think that your aura and all of its flowery purplishness doesn't deserve to be shunned, and I will never shun you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Will you be staying in town long?
I don't know. My name's Happy. What's yours?
My name is Simple.
Well, Simple. It's very nice to meet you, and I hope that I see you again.
Good luck
Thanks.
with whatever it is that you people do.
I skip off to go find Victoria.
Jess? Not Jess. Jen?
Yes?
Do you follow? Or do you...
Yeah, what are you doing, Jen?
Yeah, I guess I'll follow.
Okay. So, back at the town hall.
Yeah.
Actually, Anna and Jen, you can see Steph and Jess walking to the town hall because they're huge and their heads poke up over the buildings. So it's not hard to follow.
I say giants, and then I run towards them like.
You run in town?
Oh my god. Gnomes start literally screaming and running as you just charge through their town.
You're crazy. I
Okay.
guess from the commotion, I turn around and I'm like, "Stop running! What the hell?"
I try.
When she says stop, I'm like that, and then I go, huh! And I pause in exactly that position.
I never run, and I instead try to fix everything behind. Like if anything has stumbled, if like anyone's clothes got ruffled, I'm like, don't worry.
Yeah, it's mostly gnomes running out of boom, boom, boom through their town. They're frazzled and stirred up, but not injured or knocked over.
I stay frozen until someone tells me to unfreeze.
Alright, just slow. Don't kill anyone.
Giants. And I go in slow motion toward them.
Alright, you all meet up at the...
At the town hall? I lost Neil.
You, Neil.
Yeah, we can't hear you. That's weird. He didn't freeze, you just can't hear him.
Yeah, we can still see you. We just can't hear you.
I think I have a bad USB port on my
Oh,
laptop.
we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Because my audio keeps cutting out.
Mm.
Oh. No.
Meow.
So, you all meet up at the town hall.
Okay.
Hooray.
Grumples is showing you in, and the town hall is actually still not quite big enough for you to fit in. It comes up to like 5 feet high, so in theory you could if you were inside of it, you could bend over and kind of function, but the doors are only 3.5 feet tall, so it would be like an awkward entrance.
Okay. Well, Grumple, can you get like someone that would know around the city, like an architect or even the mayor,
Two.
so that I could ask the same question as I asked you?
Oh, yes, of course, of course. He jaunts inside and starts chattering away in Gnomish while the four of you stand outside. Is there anything you guys would like to say, or should we just jump to his return?
Jump to return.
Cool. Okay, Grumples comes out 5 minutes later with another gnome who is a little bit younger, a little bit skinnier, a little bit scrawnier. He looks maybe a little underfed, or maybe he's just naturally lean. Anyway, he's the only lean gnome in this entire group. And he comes out, eyes wide, looking at you guys. Takes a deep breath, lets it out. heads back inside and starts yelling at the top of his lungs in Gnomish. You can hear it echoing out from the town hall. And you're not sure what he's saying, but Grumple stands there just nodding his head, hands on his hips, like, And a few moments later, a whole bunch of gnomes start pouring out of the city hall. And you look around, you notice that there's gnomes gathering behind you as well, and this thin gnome comes back out and starts shouting loudly in the streets. And within a few minutes, you have a fairly large crowd gathering around you. Grumples tells you, this man here is the Town Crier. He has put a word out to everyone within earshot that you are looking for manual labor jobs.
Oh, I thought it was actually gonna arrest us or something all of a sudden. Yeah,
Arrest?
Okay. Arrest? I don't know. You was shouting, people were gathering. I thought it was like a public, display of like, look, we're about to arrest these guys or help us kind of thing. He seemed upset, okay?
Strange that you would go to that conclusion first. It must be very dangerous in human lands.
I start petting her and I'm like, yes, it is very dangerous. Look how disturbed her aura is, and then also how pretty her hair is.
It's her hair. And I point at Victoria that usually like...
Well, yours is pretty too. Why don't you think you're pretty?
I probably have like really short and like not really clean hair.
Yeah, I like it though. I'm really into it. And just to prove it, I like nuzzle it too.
Weirdo.
Alright. After a few minutes of gnomes shouting at each other, one of them steps forth. He's got dirty clothes and a pickaxe over his shoulder. And he says a few words, and Grumples turns back to you and says, this man says he could use the strength of 4 giants in his construction of a new house they are building.
Yay, that sounds perfect. How much is he willing to pay?
There's a translation back, and the man with the pickaxe over his shoulder stomps his feet, and there seems to be an argument of sorts. And when Grumples turns back to you, he says, the man was actually demanding that you do the labor for free.
Why?
That's not how a job works, silly.
I'm trying to explain to him that you are visitors. He seems to think you are my slaves. And I don't know why he won't listen to me.
I don't think we're your slaves.
Do you want... Like, what could we do to prove that we're not your slaves?
I don't know. That doesn't seem like there's any reason for him to think that.
You're just a weirdo.
Obviously, you're not chained up and you're 3 times my size.
And 4 times you.
Maybe a little bit.
Wait a minute, are we your slaves?
No. But I told them that I brought you here from the upper lands, and then they cornered me and told me that I'm not supposed to be bringing people here, and I said, well, you're not really just people, that we're working together, and then someone said that you must be my slaves, and now it's very awkward if I correct them.
So you made them believe you were your slave.
No, they put it up to me first, and now they're hearing us talk in common a lot, and they must be thinking that, I don't know, but strictly speaking, your folk are not usually here, and I think I might be getting into some trouble for having brought you here.
Alright.
So we could leave?
I feel like
No, maybe you could help this man build his house, and then I would get off the hook.
If we
can
don't
help
help him
you
build the
out.
house, then you'll be on the hook? What hook?
It must be just a Gnomish expression then, but I will be in some minor trouble if I have been found to have brought you here.
I start laughing.
Without any training.
It's funny because he's a minor. He's gonna get in minor trouble.
I laugh really wholeheartedly at that. Like, I'm like rolling on the ground, like holding my belly. I think it's like the funniest thing ever. And then once I'm on the ground, I start drawing pictures in the dirt. And I draw Grumples.
People stare as you watch, and then as soon as you're done, all the gnomes move forward to try and look at the drawing. Give me a dexterity check, Anna.
A dexterity check.
At -5 because you're not a proficient drawer.
Is dexterity what you use for art?
I would use it for drawing, I think, because if you can't control your brush, you can't communicate your ideas.
-5, you said?
Yes.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it kind of came out a little bit like a generic gnome. And they're all like, ooh.
You can't really tell it's Grumples.
You can't tell it's Grumple. Maybe you can, but no one else can.
Darn. Well, I think that it looks pretty good, and I'm like, huh? Grumples. Grumples.
Is that supposed to be me? Says Grumples.
Well,
Not that pudgy.
obviously not as
He's
dashing
also
as
missing.
you,
He's
Grumples.
missing the crooked hat.
Oh, I fixed the hat. Now it's you, Grumples.
Anyway, could you be bothered to maybe help this man put together a house?
If you want, I don't care. What do Cloud and Victoria and what Bunny want to do?
I think we should do it.
Okay.
Working for free.
Working for free.
No,
And
it's working for
I start
free.
Working for free. Working for free. We are all working for free. Grumples, can I have a crooked hat too?
I don't think there's any hats that will fit your head here.
And then also, I like your nose.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It
Where's
is the
hat?
roundest and most bulbous nose in my whole family.
Wow.
I'm quite proud of it.
Good for you. What an accomplishment. And
I didn't ask what
where is this house that we're supposed to build?
Ah, yes. And he turns back to the other man, puts his hands on his hips, thrusts his chest out, puts his chin up a little bit, and says, and the others nod, and he starts marching off with the other guy and says back to you, follow me if you please. They think you're following my slave orders.
Yes, master!
Oh God.
I go for it. I try to like make his path more pleasant. Like if I see anything, I'm like, move along, people, move along.
Grumble, he's gonna think the whole city's gonna think you're freaking rich or a magician or like they're gonna harass you after for your wealth or power.
Why do you always think everyone's about to be arrested?
No, not arrest. Harass.
Harass.
Harass. Well, your lands must be very scary indeed if those are the sorts of things that are common to you. Down here, we're all very quite nice and pleasant with one another.
Mm-hmm. Is that so?
I march in front of Grumples like he's very important. Make way for Gnome Grumples! Make way! It's Gnome Grumples! And
I use my silver earrings to do cling, cling.
Anna, would you give me a perception check, please?
Ooh, okay. Is it to see how much people like my singing?
No.
20.
So you're marching in front of Grumples, and everyone else is behind you and behind Grumples. And the rest of the party, you notice that they get to like a turn, and Anna keeps marching straight down the main road, and then Grumples and the other guy like turn left and head down a different street. And Anna completely oblivious to the fact that they've turned and gone down a different path.
Dang
Just
it.
like, "Burr, burr, burr."
What?
unless
At
you're saying
20,
it
I
thinks
was
she's,
so
like,
oblivious?
21 is the number you need to get.
Dang it.
You're so close.
But we see her, right? So...
Yeah, you see her just like marching off into her own area, like singing loudly. She can't hear any gnomes talking because she's overpowering them with her voice.
What's her name right now? Victoria, what's her name right now? She's going off-road. I don't remember her name. I don't even remember your name too, Meg.
I was Bunny.
Oh, Bunny, what's her name? She's going off right now. Call her! Go get her!
Hey! Mushroom! Mushroom!
Do I hear them?
Yeah, you hear them. But you're like awkwardly now a couple blocks away.
I stop and I'm like, oh! And I do a speed walking back, and rewind all the way back, and then go back to where they are, and then keep going. Make way for no grumpus.
After a few minutes of walking through town, you guys come across this half-completed building. There are a few very large stone slabs, large for gnomes, kind of big for you guys. They're like the size of a human torso. And these slabs are all just kind of stacked on the ground. And Grumple says, these need to be picked up and placed in yada 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 yada, and he will help direct you in your work.
That sounds hard. I think we should do this instead. And I draw a detailed schematic in the dirt of an invention to lift the slabs with pulleys and levers and fulcrum points and wedges and other simple machines.
Great, give me an intelligence check at -5 because you are not a proficient engineer.
-5?
Mm-hmm.
Rip.
Dang it.
You draw this invention, but it doesn't, like, it requires pulleys and levers and things above the house to lift the things, and you look up and there's just this vast cavern above you, and there's no way to implement your design.
Can I
Alright,
draw
let me try. Move over. I like push her away a little bit. It's like almost surprising that my character would do that.
I'm like, ooh, yeah, you try.
D20 plus
Grumple's so positive. Not Grumple,
intelligence?
Plus
Mushroom, whatever your name
intelligence
is right now.
-5.
It's happy right now.
Oh, happy.
19.
Yeah.
Dang
Your
it.
schematics aren't any good either. And eventually Grumple's, the gnome with the pickaxe over his shoulder starts yelling and shouting. And
Oh,
Grumple says,
I didn't wait for their schematic. I was already doing the work.
oh, perfect.
Yeah,
So you
I'm
start
already-
working.
Yeah, I just ignored the girls and I was like picking up the rocks right away.
Jess, what are you doing?
I'm gonna talk to Grumples, and can I ask him? Okay, because so I'm not really convinced about what happened here. It sounds like someone thought we were taking a job, and then it turns out we're expected to do manual labor for no pay, but we're not slaves. Is that right?
Sure.
Are we being like kidnapped here, or are we doing volunteer work? Like, do we have a choice in the matter? Is someone like...
Are you asking this of Grumples, or are you asking this of the DM?
I'll ask this of Grumples.
Grumples already said that we don't have to do it, but he's gonna get, in trouble if we don't do it.
And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
Sir Grumples, everyone.
Because
Okay.
right now we're pretending to be a slave, so he doesn't get in trouble.
How long do we have to pretend to be a slave? Grumples.
Just until this work is done, and I think then we had probably hurry you out of here before other people think that you are slaves and will work for free.
Okay. Can you describe exactly how backbreaking this labor will be?
Just,
Great how detail-oriented you are. You must have a really smart brain.
I think you just need to build this house, which, with your phenomenal strength and size, should be
Okay.
done in no time at all.
All right.
Maybe 2
Okay.
hours.
Okay, that's fine. I can go along with this. And that for 2 hours, we're gonna skedaddle, right? Before we get roped
Yes.
into doing more slave work.
Yes, yes.
Do you pinky promise me that, Grumples?
I don't know what a pinky promise is, but I promise.
All right. Well, I'll explain. It's a human tradition whereby we link our pinkies like this. Ready? Can you do that for me, Grumples? Like this. Give me your
links.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
He actually
and I
uses his middle finger because his pinky is only
Because
like
he
this
only has-
big.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll grab
Because
his
he's like
middle
really
finger.
small.
And I hold on to And I grab his middle finger tight and I don't let it go and I say, Grumples, the pinky promise means that if you break your end of the bargain, I break your pinky.
Whoa!
Got it,
Whoa.
Grumples?
She
All right.
It doesn't mean that she'll hurt
There we
you,
go.
just that.
And then
So,
I
like-
kiss his fist and I let it go. Oh no, I will hurt him if he goes down on, if he backs out on his word.
But
I'm not
maybe
gonna.
not that bad. Maybe just his feelings.
If I'm gonna be stuck as a slave, and it's Grumples' fault, I'm gonna break Grumples' pinky. I'm not going to kill him.
She's gonna break your finger.
Well, let's just finish this work and then get you guys moving on out of here.
Yes, let's.
Okay.
Thank you, Grumples. I knew I could count on you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, can I get a strength check from all of y'all?
Yo. Let's see what my strength is.
Mine is not very high.
Bah, says the music.
Whoa! I'm motivated.
Me and you, Anna, 23. We're like...
23, 23,
gonna do
34.
Can I actually like pick two
Oh, yeah.
rocks? Just like
Yeah, so Steph is just like picking up stone slates and like shoving them into the ground here and there and just like throwing these giant weights around all over the place. Jen is like, this is just really heavy. I mean, I don't want to roleplay your character for you, but you're having a really hard time with it.
Sounds just like me. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm like,
in
I
real
love
life too.
building things.
Oh man, I'm not feeling so good right now about carrying all these things. Maybe I should just like tell them what to do, or
Yeah, and your hands are all scratched up from when you were a rabbit and like crawling through the ground. Your paws got all cut up, and now your hands are sore with, you know, open wounds, and it's just.
I tell Jen, I'm like, or Bunny, I'm like, oh yeah, your hands are delicate and not made for work like this. You might want to rest. And then also, I really like the way your shoulders are kind of pointy. Thanks for that. I'm gonna go work. I love building things, and I run away.
Are pointy shoulders a good thing?
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know if there was some sort of.
Apparently happy.
I look
life.
at her like this. I'm like,
in the 80s or 90s maybe.
Okay. You finish up the house in a matter of hours. The man with the pickaxe shakes Grumple's hand, and Grumples nods enthusiastically and turns to you guys and says, "Quick, we must be off before someone else decides to."
So, wait a minute. Even if we were your slave, wouldn't he pay you? You know, for using your slaves?
Yeah.
we do things a little differently down here. We're much more community focused. We realize that we all live under this dome by ourselves together as a group, and that without the help of one another we cannot survive. So we tend to not charge each other for helping each other.
I try to focus really, really hard on his aura to find out if it has a lying tint to it.
Detectivo.
20.
Ooh.
17. Yes, there is a lion tint to it.
He's lying to us!
No,
I say,
a
Grandpa.
lion. Lion.
What? I said lying.
Yes, well, you see a lion tint.
I say, guys, his aura is, there's a lionishness to it.
What does that mean?
To Grumples?
Grumples, why are you so liony?
What does liony mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
It means like a lion.
Grumples doesn't really understand and just looks at you confusedly and ignores you.
I'm like really concerned why he's a lion. Lions are kings. Grumples, are you royalty?
I am not royalty. No. I don't think of myself as a lion.
Do lions in this particular culture have any significance that Happy would notice? You know.
You have a faint feeling that lions are associated with nobility, but you're not sure if that's just your first impression or if that's an actual memory seeping through from the past.
I'm very pensive about this, and I kind of go quiet, and I just keep thinking about it. But I say, I don't think he's lying, though.
Okay.
Alright. Well, we should probably be on our way.
Cool. Grumples takes you to a different entrance. This one is actually a straight up tunnel with like wrought iron handholds built into the side of it, and just to the side of that is a section of like wrought iron handholds that are much smaller. So it looks like there's a little gnome ladder, and then a human/elf sized ladder. Excuse me. And he points to it and says, "That should take you up and up and up into the forest. It'll be some ways from the cave where I found you, but hopefully not too far. Hopefully you can find your way back to... Where are you going?"
We don't know.
Well, hopefully you can find your way there.
And we kept this potion, right? The rabbit potion? We kept a little bit of it? Or did we drink it all?
You have drank it all.
Do you know where the elves lives? Like the big elvish village.
We were there.
Yeah.
You want to go back?
I just want to know where it is. We kind of didn't note where it was.
There are a lot of elven villages. I guess I could spare some time to lead you to one of them.
Do you guys want to go to the elvish?
Yes, I like the elves. And I want to
Yes.
ask them about my necklace again.
Yeah, and I can ask them about my emeralds as well, because the emerald gnomish dealer told me that it's usually humans and elves that are selling emeralds.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you guys head up and out through the tunnel. Grumples follows behind you, and we will take our second break as you guys breach into the sunlight.
Okay.
See you in 5 minutes.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.